All right, well, the big Equifax hack has the company struggling to calm consumers' fears. But for now, Equifax is getting more complaints from people unhappy with its response to its major computer breach. As many as 143 million people may have had their personal information compromised by the computer hack. Since the hacking became public, Equifax has been criticized for its response. Some say it was too slow and inefficient, and others have complained that the website set up to help consumers was not working properly.
All right, joining us now to talk about this, the latest credit breach and ways to protect yourself, Tom Powledge.
Hi, thank you for joining us. Now, Tom is the Chief Product Officer at Telesign. He's got more than 20 years of experience. So how the heck does this happen?
Yeah, this is a case where hackers were able to breach the Equifax website, and once they were able to do that, they got into the Equifax network and were able to steal this information.
You have a company like Equifax, though, which, you know, if they can get into a company like that, which seemingly would have all of the protocols in place, and they have all of our information, you know, everybody uses Equifax or a company like this, you would think that they would have the proper protocols in place.
Yeah, I mean, this is a situation where they certainly weren't following the proper security procedures. Now, the hacking groups are very sophisticated. Right, so they're patient, they're persistent, and they have great capabilities, and they only need just a little window to get into a network, and if you let them in, they'll take advantage of it.
All right, so what can we do? I mean, if they hit Equifax and we're successful, I mean, chances are if they really want to get into my information, they probably can. Yeah,
so at Telesign, we recommend that you turn on two-factor authentication for all of your accounts.
What does that mean?
And so, yeah, your username and your password really just aren't enough. Turning on two-factor authentication means that an extra code will be sent to your phone when you log in to various websites. So it gives another method to keep you secure.
You do that, and you would do that every time that you logged into something. I mean,
yeah.
we have trouble just memorizing one password for this, another password for this, another password for this.
Right,
yeah. So what happens is you'll do it one time, and then the website will remember that you have turned that on. So you don't have to do it every time that you log in. But let's say someone tried to log into your account, say from
a different computer,
a different area, then a code would be sent to you and would prevent your information from being compromised.
What about our passwords? What should we do with that?
I recommend that you change your passwords at least once every 90 days, and you could use a password manager to keep all of that secure.
Couldn't that be hacked as well?
It could, but you know, technically those guys are pretty good about keeping things secure. I would say if you're concerned if you've been a part of the Equifax problem, then put a freeze on your credit. Credit monitoring services are good, but they do just that. They monitor, they don't prevent. So putting a freeze on your credit is a great way to prevent identity thieves from creating accounts on your credit.
So we're talking about nearly 150 million people that might have been compromised here. Do you think people are actually going and looking and checking to see? And should we be checking on a daily basis? I don't know if, you know, the vast majority of people actually look at their accounts to see whether or not they might have been compromised.
Yeah, look, I think in this particular case, you should assume that your information has been hacked. I mean, it's 44% of the adult population of the United States. So you need to take precautions now. There's a website called annualcreditreport.com. You can go and get a free copy of your credit report once a year. And I recommend you do that. And also, you know, sign up for a credit monitoring service. They can help you in the event that you were hacked.
Most credit cards now have that option where you can check your credit score, and if anything's changed, it'll tell you, it'll alert you. So that's helpful.
That's right, yes. And credit monitoring services, if you are a victim of identity theft, they will help you remediate that. There's also, if you think you've been a victim of identity theft, go to identitytheft.gov. And you can get information from the FTC on how to remediate it.
So this is really the way of the future in terms of like you staying a step ahead of these hackers, and the double authentication is something that likely will be necessary in the future, you think?
That's right. I mean, unfortunately, there have been so many breaches that consumers are going to have to take proactive steps to stay secure, like turning on two-factor authentication, you know, credit monitoring, credit freezes, checking your credit report on a regular basis. You're going to have to stay vigilant.
All right. Thank you so much for
Sounds
really
exhausting.
great information.
We got to do it.
All right. We'll
Tom,
be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you. Yeah.